This morning, we're going to take a look at the data that we collected, and as we look at the solutions we're going to bring forward to the administrative team at the district level, let's take a look at the time study that we did with the random probes over the 2-week period. Okay.
All right.
What are some of the things that the data revealed to you about the influences on your day?
Well, I think the main thing that really stood out to me was that I spend the bulk of my day managing student-type behaviors, dealing with discipline issues, dealing with supervising students during lunch duty and bus duty and those types of things, and the vast majority of my time is eaten up by those types of tasks.
Sure. So as you think about your typical day being filled with managing student discipline and supervising students, responding to random administrative tasks, what would you like to see happen in your day?
Well, I'd like to see my time freed up so I can spend more time in classrooms working with students, working with teachers, coaching teachers, modeling teaching strategies and those types of things. And it seems like I never get enough time to do those things.
Sure. So what strategies could we plan to shape the focus of your time to?
I think one strategy that we've already kind of begun is just meeting on a regular basis so that we're aware of those things. But then it's taking that information, like the data that we have now, and then developing an action plan moving forward so that we can free up time in the schedule that we block out so that we make sure that we're taking care of those walk-through observations and the direct coaching with teachers and modeling teaching strategies in the classroom and really setting a schedule and sticking to it.
All right. And so as we're thinking about those being our outcomes, what obstacles do you anticipate?
Well, I think one of the major obstacles are the things that come up, the staff needs or the student needs that come up. Those are things that typically have to be dealt with immediately on the spot. And oftentimes it involves more than one person. So it might involve me and my assistant principal. So, those things are certainly things that have to be paid attention to. It's hard to ignore them because that creates some issues as well. But I think moving forward, it's trying to really get a hold of being able to structure our day, which allows us to balance those things out.
Yeah, so that starts to bring us to some of the solutions, immediate solutions for freeing up your time.
I think another obstacle really is the number of tasks that a principal will deal with during the day, whether it's related to their building, whether it's related to individuals, parent concerns. It's the vast array of responsibilities that one has in that role.
You bet. So we have a couple of things that we can bring forward as solutions that are more immediate and then more in the future. And we've talked about this in the past. So with the information that we have, the belief survey that our district took is another data point we can use. We know that through that survey that there have been many things revealed about your leadership. Can you speak a little bit to that and how that might help?
Well, I think one of the things that was revealed that in terms of skill set, I think my best role is in dealing with instructional things and bringing different types of teaching strategies to teachers and getting them connected with all kinds of things, whether it's 21st century learning or models of practice. But I believe my skill set best lends itself to that type of role.
So we're going to evolve into using your skill set for those pieces that we know impact student learning in your building. And blocking out time could be one possibility as a solution. You'll be hiring a AP for next year?
Yeah, and as we look at that position, I think one of the things we really need to look at is clearly defining what the roles are and the responsibilities between those two positions, where some of those responsibilities could be shared or where they should be separated, so that would allow me to have more time to become involved in instruction on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm. And other roles in this building that could lend itself to helping you become more, an instructional leader predominantly through your day, as far as, for example, in the time study, that would be day-to-day instruction. And so those roles in this building, you have other personnel that could possibly help with more of the administrative tasks in the organizational management.
You know, we've talked about the possibility of hiring a dean of students to take on some of the sort of the routine discipline issues, the minor things that occur during the day that certainly need to be addressed, the attendance issues, follow up with parents on those types of things, so that the assistant principal can focus more on the management responsibilities of the building and also some of the more difficult discipline situations that come up.
Okay, great. So as we look at this data and bring forward the belief survey data, I'm hearing that we've got 3 solutions we could bring forward, and that would be to block out some of your day so that you simply are dedicated to the day-to-day instruction. The second would be in the hiring of the AP that you are doing for next year, and clearly defining the roles for not only this person but for the staff, so they know exactly who to go to rather than maybe perhaps run immediately to you.
Sure,
And then propose a dean of students.
that is correct.
All right, so move forward with those solutions.
Yeah, and another thing I'd like to see is just more involvement between the principal and our coaches that are in the building. And some of that involves freeing up some time for them as well, because many of them are full-time teachers and then take on additional coaching responsibilities outside of the school day.
Yes, yes, correct. All right, well, great. Thank you for helping me videotape.
Well, thank you.